guy with pneumonia. He has a severe pneumonia on the right side. The right side is completely whited out. The left lung, however, is clear. Now at this point, if we look at the ventilation, and he is even laying flat, his ventilation right here is terrible, and it's not going to get any better. So go down, ventilations, have a seat, and you're never moving because your ventilation, and you're not getting any better on this right side. Now on the left side, how's the ventilation over there? It's good. His left lung's clear, right? So you can stay standing up. Now over here, perfusion is equal at this time, right? Because he's laying flat, so there's no difference in perfusion. Ready? Now here's the situation. The first position they put him in was on the right side. Let's go ahead and lean over to the right. Just lean over. Good. All right. Now he was laying on his right side, not quite that far. Let's think about what happened here now as far as VQ. Now when he turned to his right, and they turned him to his right, and he was paralyzed, so he couldn't move. He just stayed on his right. How did ventilation do? Didn't change, right? Think about perfusion now. What did perfusion do? Gravity would increase perfusion. Gravity would take the blood to the right side, and he'd have great perfusion on the right. So great perfusion on the right, stand up on the chair. Does anyone see a mismatch here? This is not a match, right? You have terrible ventilation, great perfusion. This is a mismatch. Now think about what's going on here. Very little ventilation, lots of perfusion. So all that blood is running through the right lung. Not much ventilation. Is it picking up a lot of oxygen or a little?
A little.
A little. In fact, the blood on this right side comes in venous, misses the ventilation because there's not any, and it goes back out venous. Now you guys remember blood comes into the lung, venous goes out venous. What's that called?
Shunt.
That's a shunt. So he has a horrible shunt. Now what was going on the left side? Ventilation was fine. What happened to perfusion over here since the left side was up? Went down a little bit. All right, just kneel down a little bit. Didn't go too bad. Now, that didn't hurt. You had good ventilation, a little bit less perfusion. Didn't help you, but it really didn't hurt either, right? The lung's still going to oxygenate. But this is the big problem here. This is a huge shunt, right? So you can all see this was a big problem. And this is when he was sitting in the 80s, and nothing was going to fix it. Ventilators already maxed out 100% oxygen, 10 at peak. That was as far as they were going to go right then. All right, go ahead and flip over to the left. Now, somebody got the idea. Let's turn him over to the left. Now, often we do this. We turn the patient side to side, and in the hospital, we often notice, and you guys might have noticed, he does a lot better on this side than the other, and we never think about the physiology. And in fact, a lot of us think, well, that's like his lucky side, you know. He's lucky on his left. But we don't think about what was actually happening there. Now, think about what was happening over there on the left. Now, when he did shift over to the left, what happened to perfusion on the right? Let's think about this one first.
Went down.
Decreased, so all right, you can get down off the chair. Ventilation wouldn't get any better because it's already terrible, and nothing was going to change that. Now, when we shifted him to the left, though, you guys can do this. What happened to perfusion on the left? Increased. All right. Now, ventilation was good to begin with. Do you all see a match over here on the left? This is VQ matching, the opposite of mismatching, right? And so you got great ventilation, great perfusion on the left, much better oxygenation. Over here, the VQ mismatches much less degree. And so can you all tell that this would make a huge difference on this guy's oxygenation?
Yes.
And that's how VQ matching works on the patient. Great. Give everybody a big hand. That was